Okay, so as I was saying, I mentioned something about the consonantal charts. The consonantal chart has two types of labeling. We have our places of articulation and we have manners of articulation. The place of articulation begins with the bilabial. The bilabial sounds are sounds that are produced by the upper lip and the lower lip. These sounds are p and b. From bilabial, we go to labiodental. Labiodental means the upper tooth and the lower lip. There are two sounds here. We have the sounds f and v. From labiodental, we now go to dental. So we are gradually moving in. Dental sounds are sounds that are produced by the upper tooth and the lower tooth. There are two dental sounds here. We have the sounds we have the sound and from dental we now go to alveolar sounds. The alveolar sounds are many, but I'll mention a few. These are sounds that are produced when the tongue, that is the front of the tongue or the tip of the tongue, makes contact with the alveolar ridge. When the tip of the tongue makes contact with the alveolar ridge, it will give out the sound t and d. When the front of the tongue makes contact with the alveolar ridge, it will give out the sound s and z. Then from alveolar ridge, we now go to palatoalveolar sounds. Palatoalveolar sounds means the hard palate and the alveolar ridge are both involved in the production of the sounds. The palatoalveolar sounds are the sounds ch and j. We also have the sound s and we have the sound sh and zh. They are also alveolar. They are also palatoalveolar sound. From the palatoalveolar sounds, we have palatal. Palatal here means only the hard palate now is involved in the production of the sound. There is only one palatal sound. It is zh, zh, zh. Then from palatal, we now have velar. The velar sounds are produced when the back of the tongue makes contact with the soft palate. There are three. Three sounds are involved here. We have k and g. We also have the sound n. Then from there, we now have the glottal sound. Glottal sound here means there is a free flow of air, that is open glottis, with a free flow of air from the lungs through the mouth. All you need to do here is to open your mouth wide, and then there's a free flow of air. We have the sound. So we are through with the places of articulation. From there, we now go to, let's look at the manners of articulation. The manners of articulation, let us begin by looking at the sound, the plosives. The plosives here means they are sounds that are produced with a sudden release of air from the lungs through the mouth. We have the sound p and b. There are others, but let's have those two. From plosives, we now have affricates. Affricate sounds are sounds that are produced with initial blockage of air in the mouth, followed by a slow release of the air. We have ch and we have j. From there, we now go to nasal. Nasal sounds are sounds that are produced with a flow of air from the nose. That is, the passing of air through the mouth is blocked. Therefore, the air passes through the nose. We have m, and we have n, and we also have n. Then from there, let us go and look at the fricative sounds. Fricative sounds are sounds that are produced with a free flow of air from the mouth. We have the sound f, we have v, we have s, and we have z. There are others. When we get the chart, we will explain in detail. Then from fricative, we now have lateral. Lateral sounds are sound, or let me say, the lateral sound is only one, and it is produced with a free flow of air from both sides of the tongue. But sometimes there's a way you can still produce the lateral sound, and the air will flow from only one side of the tongue. The only lateral sound we have is the sound l, l. Then from there, we have glide. Glide here means the tongue makes a backward movement to make contact with the soft palate, and then the sound is produced. The only glide sound that we have is the sound w, w, w. The upper lip and the lower lip are involved, and at the same time, the tongue makes a movement backward. And when it moves backward, it makes contact with the soft palate. From there, we now have roll, roll, roll. We also refer to the roll as flap. We either call it roll or flap, which means the front of the tongue flaps the alveolar ridge to give you the sound. And what is this sound? The sound is rrrr. Yes, as I'm producing it, the front of the tongue is flapping the alveolar ridge. So that is the only sound. So now we have explained the place of articulation and the manners of articulation. But without the charts, I think this is all we can do for now, until we get the chart. When we get to the charts with all the symbols on the chart, we'll be pointing at each one of them and we'll explain everything in detail. Thank you very much.